So, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Chat with Dan here. Joining me today, and what can I say? There is so much talent right now because I have on the show the incredible, the amazing, the badass, the superstar, the legendary, the incredible Brooke. Brooke, how are you today?
I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
Absolutely. What better way to have an incredible, super badass day than to be chatting with someone as badass as you? You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow. It helps a lot, but also in the description below. You're gonna find all of Brooke's social media. Let's follow her, let's share some love, and let's find out why she's super badass. And without further more, let's jump in. So, I want to start this whole conversation by throwing out the very first question, which is, when you strip away roles, credits, and expectations, tell me who you are at your core.
I am a artist at my core. Like, I want to create, whether that's like painting or singing, dancing, putting things up in my house. I just really feel like at the center of me, I'm a creator and someone who likes to saturate their life with just a bunch of different things. So, yeah, I'm blessed that I get to do it in my occupation, but really, it's also just who I am.
There you go. And early in your acting journey, what did you believe your worth was tied to?
That's such a good question because early on in my acting journey, I really thought my worth was tied to how good I was as an actor. And I took a lot of time to train to get better. You know, I did Meisner, Stanislavski, all of the greats, Stella Adler, trained in all of those methods. And so I really put a lot of value into being able to be an actor that was well versed in my craft. And what it kind of shifted into, which I'm trying to get out of, was my worth as like, am I pretty? Am I the right weight? Am I this? Am I that? It became so surface. And so I have been fighting that this year and bringing my worth back to no, my actual worth is what I bring to the table as Brooke, like who I am. And what makes me different is where my value lies in this industry.
And how challenging that has been.
Yeah, very, very challenging. I wish I could take my own advice. I struggle with it a lot because yeah, it's in our faces every single day how we should look, especially in LA. And yeah, I've been really I guess fighting against it, but more like internally battling and trying to reassess the way that I approach things. So I'm trying to approach things with more curiosity versus judgment because I find if I'm judging things, then other people are, but what stops other people from judging me? And so I want to give people that grace and approach things differently.
Mm. And how, as you have been working on that, how has that impacted you emotionally?
Gosh, in really good ways. It's been a roller coaster. My emotions are like this. I'm totally a work in progress. I go up and I go down. But when I focus on the right things, I'm emotionally sound. I feel balanced. Yeah, and when I'm focusing on the wrong things, I get really I get really in my head and that's when I don't do a good job on set or I feel like I'm not performing the right way is when I'm so concentrated in everything that's wrong with my performance when I just need to show up and do my job. That's all I have to do.
Totally. Now, how did financially uncertainty shape your mindset during the early years of acting?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. How did it shape my mindset? Well, I had 3 jobs. I still have multiple jobs because I find that I'm a doer. I can't stop. I have to have my hands in everything. But when I was younger, the financial yeah, burden and stigma of being an actor, I was like, well, I have to get a full-time job in order to be able to fund my passion. So I worked at a retail store full time, 40 hours a week when I was 23 years old. And I was just like, this is not what I want to do. I'm in LA and I'm 23. My parents, my family is all in Washington State, so 2 hours north of here by plane. And I was like, I can do this retail job in Washington State. Why am I sacrificing being with my family for my dream and I'm not even going for it? So I really just had to take the leap of faith. And I think when you close doors, God, in my opinion, the universe, however you want to see it, opens another one and lets that energy flow to you. So you really just have to be okay with like going in completely blind and trying something new. And thankfully, I found an industry that was bubbling and starting, and it has funded my acting career. So I am now a full-time actor.
Do you think somehow things happen for a reason?
Oh, of course. I always think things happen for a reason. If they didn't, I mean, I struggle with that because I'm like, certain things I don't want to have happened for a reason. Like I'm like, oh, I don't want to read into that as being something that I need to take very literally. But yeah, I think things do happen because you are strong enough, you are given something to that you can handle. And there's a reason that you need to work through it, and there's a reason that you need to heal, or there's a reason that you need to take the leap, go after the job, that wave of ambition. Yeah, there's a purpose behind it all. It's not all chaos, is what I'm trying to tell myself.
Totally. Now, why do you think, right? Because it's kind of interesting that whenever we're about to try to do something new, something exciting, something challenging somehow, right?
Mm,
We get scared, right? We start doubting ourselves, like, should we
of
do it? Should
course.
we not? Maybe I'm not good enough, things like that. So, why do you think
Right.
that happens?
I think it's natural. I think if we weren't scared to try, it's not worth doing that thing. If you're not afraid of it, then it's not worth it. I think doing what not necessarily scares you, because I don't love that term. I don't think you should jump off a building. You know what I mean? But I think doing something that you really have always wanted to do, but it's just this, there's some tie holding you back. And I know that not everybody is in the position that I've been able to be in. My family has been extremely supportive of my acting career. I know that not everybody's is. And it's a hard leap for a whole family or somebody, a partner, whoever, to take that leap with you into whatever occupation you want to try, but knowing that it could put you in a place where you might need help. And I think you have to be realistic and assess your situation. But I mean, yeah, if it scares you, but you have this passion and this drive to do it, you have to do it, or else there's nothing that is going to cause more resentment in your heart than not going after your dreams. You will just be a sad person and you will look at others with envy and not really know why. And that, I believe, is why.
Absolutely. I have discovered that sure it's challenging, right? Sure it's gonna make you question yourself, right? But
Yeah,
you already have the worst outcome, which is nothing, right? So why not actually giving a try and do it? And I mean, maybe you can,
exactly.
maybe you're not able to do it like all at once, sure, but you can do it like on your free time, right? The other day, some friend of mine was telling me like, hey, I mean, you can actually, sure, find a regular job to secure a roof, secure your bills and everything, but on your free
Mhm.
time, you can you can start working little by little. You don't necessarily have to jump, without uncertainty
Exactly.
into the abyss and see what happens. No, you can actually start to do things little by little. And from some of the actors that I have in it, you have told me the same thing. First, you need to secure a roof and secure your bills. Once you do that, sure, you can spare your free time on something new and start building little by little. And eventually, there's going to be an opportunity which you can say, I can finally leave that temporary job and now focus on my career full time. Which I
Exactly.
do think sometimes people get it have like this misconception, right? That if they want to jump into art, they have to leave everything they're doing and start from zero, and that's dangerous for sure.
I Yes, I completely agree. It's like you wouldn't jump off a building. Like you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do something that is completely like risk free without like yeah, you need to build the boundaries and protect yourself. And if you do jump in, if you are fortunate enough to just be like I'm going to jump into this industry and art and figure it all out, you'll learn that there's some dark things that you have to confront in yourself and some really difficult things that this industry will ask you to do. And I mean, that's where you want to have the backbone of like, I have I have support. I've built the building blocks of who I am that now I can tackle whatever comes my way in this industry and I know who I am. Whereas I think a lot of people, if you just jump in, they don't know who they are as an artist yet. They don't have that core of anything. And so if you're everything to the industry, then they will make you everything. And not everybody wants to be that. And it's rough.
Was there a moment when things looked successful from the outside, but felt heavy on the inside?
Totally. Right now. I'm experiencing that. I'm totally experiencing that. I think I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. Things have been like in the past year, my life has just taken off from the films that I've been doing and the people that I've been meeting, and my fan base is growing. And all of this too, like the exterior is like, this is incredible. I'm building a career. I'm I'm doing all the right things, right? But then at the end of the day, I have to sit with myself and I'm like, am I doing everything right? Is it worth it? Am I how do I look? How is this? How is that? It takes me like 2 hours to get ready for a self tape still because I have to like do all of these, like just to get ready, just to look the right way. And so it's just like grappling with all of yeah, the stuff that you guys don't get to see. It's really tough. And I am so fortunate that I've been in therapy for the past year. And that's been really, really helpful to me. So I would
Sure.
recommend that to anybody who needs a little extra help.
Yeah. Therapy is important. And I do think that at this point, and with the way the world is, how society, how everything is at this point, it's important and it's necessary and it's healthy, right? We all need that space to kind of questioning ourselves and to have like this moment in which we are able to have this conversation and discover things that might be affecting us or perhaps that due to that we're stuck, things like that, right? So
Right. Exactly. No, I think that it's important. And I know that not everybody can have or does have access to therapy, but I think having somebody else to talk to or even a journal to just write down your feelings and be able to approach them again with curiosity versus judgment, not judging yourself for feeling the way that you do, but being curious about why you feel this way. I think that was my biggest when I started doing therapy, that's how I started approaching my feelings. I'm more curious about the psychology. And as an actor, this is fascinating to me. I love psychology. If I wasn't doing acting, I'd probably be in psych because I'm fascinated by the human mind and why we do the things that we do. And so I think that that was the biggest shift is well, why am I feeling this way? And how can I what strings can I attach to feel this way instead of this way and all that. And I've been doing it for my characters. My characters have gotten so much more layered and interesting because I am able to approach them like we see my villains, right? And we're like, "Oh, she's horrible." But I'm like, she's justified and she's funny and she has no idea what's going on and she's a narcissist and she's this, she's that. She's got all of these things underneath her and yet she's a baddie. She knows how to speak up for herself. So like there's now these layers that I get to play with because I'm not judging this girl being like, "Oh, she's the worst and she's a mean girl." It's like I get to approach her with curiosity and like, why is she mean? What does she need to stand up for? What's her deal? So yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now,
Mhm.
switching to our next section, our halftime show, quick speed round question: yes, no, or pass. Super simple. Gonna ask you a
Sure.
couple of questions in which you can only say yes, no, or pass. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. So, have you ever waited weeks for an answer that took seconds to say no?
Yes.
Have you memorized scenes that never made it past the audition room?
Yes.
Have you ever been told you were perfect, but still not right?
Yes.
Have you learned to live with uncertainty better than most people you know?
Yes.
Have you celebrated a win that looked very small to everyone else?
Yes.
Have you questioned your entire path while still loving the craft?
Yes. Yes.
Have you learned to separate rejection from self worth?
No.
Do you think actors develop patience faster than most people?
Yes.
Has acting taught you more about yourself than success did?
Yes.
Do you believe this journey has made you stronger in quiet ways?
Yes.
And a bonus one: can you cry on cue?
Yes. I can.
Fantastic. Pretty cool. Now,
Thank you.
what do you think it's one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about actors?
I think is that that they're very self-involved. It's kind of the same as models. Like people think models are vapid or that actors are kind of vapid. There's not much there other than like what we put on for all of you. And I think I really don't think that's true. I think actors, if they're a good actor, they have to love people. And so actors are people's people. And they love to interact with others. And as selfish as it can feel to be an actor, I would love to erase that stigma. Or maybe it's a me thing. Maybe I just see others judging actors thinking like, "Oh, I'm selfish for doing something that I love, for being an actor, for trying this." But really like I want to tell your story. I want to tell everybody else's story by empathizing and by listening to you. And that's how I get to give back to the world. So that's what I would love for people to know is that we're people.
And how was the reaction of your friends, family, when you told them that you wanted to become an actor?
I was met with a lot of love, a lot of you can do this. That's not the story for everybody, but it's my story and I am blessed because I showed a lot of talent. My talent comes from my family. My mom is an actress. My aunt is an opera singer. My cousin's an opera singer. Like we have so much talent in our family. So it was when I took to acting and to music, that was like, okay, another one. And it was met with like, let's get better. Let's work on this versus like, you can do anything because you're so talented. It was very much like, we're going to hone in your craft and work on it. I mean, I just did a little blurb in something where I talked about how I was classically vocally trained from the time I was 10 to the time I was 23, like singing opera. So that's where I find a lot of my my work ethic and my everything is based in a grounds of training. So I was fortunate enough that my family gave me the encouragement and the love to pursue what I'm doing.
That's like more badass. So I really start to discover why you're badass. Since the beginning, I was like, I'm having these vibes. I'm like, I'm getting it now.
Yeah, you're so sweet. Thank you.
For sure, for sure. Now, as your definition of success has evolved,
Mhm.
at this point, what matters more now than just booking the role?
I think now I'm in a position where I'm looking at the type of role that it is, and I'm able to say yes, no, or maybe. And when I say yes to a role, it is because there is a strong female involved. There is an emotional and a character arc. There is something that I love about this person that I can't even put my finger on. Like I'm just drawn to this human. And I look for real conversations, like good conversations in a script. So that's a yes script for me. A no script for me is like over sexualized content that I don't feel comfortable doing. Children is where I draw the line. If I have to be really mean to a child, I don't do anything like that. So just certain like boundaries that I don't want to cross are my no's. And then my maybes are I'm drawn to this. There's a couple of things that I'm not quite sure about. And I want to talk to the director about to see if we can create something that where we can meet in the middle on this whole thing. And that's my favorite is a maybe script because we can collaborate. And I feel like I'm part of the creating process. So yeah, I think success now for me looks like what kind of people do I want to play that my fan base will enjoy and that I will enjoy playing and also that challenge me. And yeah, I can book a role tomorrow that I don't want to do. Like that makes me uncomfortable. And it makes me uncomfortable, and by making me uncomfortable, I will inevitably make my audience uncomfortable because I'm not secure in what I'm doing, and then it just feels painful to watch an actor do something that they don't wanna do. You can tell, you know what I mean? Like, it's very obvious when an actor feels uncomfortable, and maybe I can see that because I'm an actor, but I do feel like an audience is able to pick up on when things get uncomfortable. So,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, we all want this connection, right? We all want this, yeah, like this feeling whenever we're watching a movie, TV show, or play,
Mhm.
things like that, to have like this honest feelings
Connection,
to it,
yeah,
like honest connection with the characters you're seeing.
totally.
And at this, yeah, it sometimes happens that somehow you can totally tell that the connection is fake. And with that, when that happens, at least to me, is that I just lose attention to it. I start to care about the whole story, regardless if it's like very well written. How I need to have like this connection because at the end of the day, I do want to
Right.
have like this kind of sense of relative, yeah, to be relatable with the character. To kind of
Yeah.
share
You
stuff,
wanna
even
empathize with your
totally.
characters. You wanna be immersed in the story just as much as they are. You are a part of the story as an audience member. You're our fourth little storyteller. You feel things, and that's the best in theater. You can really feel this intangible connection with the audience when you are on stage. That's where it's most prominent. Recreating that in film is a little bit difficult because you don't get to interact with your audience right away. But where I've gained that is like crew members, the camera, like whoever is watching, you can feel it in a room when like it's like the air goes still and like everything is just fixated on this moment and what you're talking about. And that is the feeling of magic. Like that's incredible, and you can experience that as an audience member. You can feel when that happens. And yeah, if somebody is honing it in and just like faking it or feeling uncomfortable, and your attention span is like, don't lie to me. I know what's going on. Your audience, I think people don't give the audience enough credit. The audience is smart. The audience can figure out what's going on, and the audience is able to relate more than we even know to some of the content that we do. So I think they deserve a lot more credibility than they get in our industry.
Years from now, what truth
Mhm.
about your acting journey do you hope people truly understand?
The truth that I would love for people to know and see and understand in my journey is hard work. I just keep showing up and I love what I do. And sometimes I don't get to do exactly what I want to do or play the people that I want to play and I'm not a perfect actor. Not every performance of mine is my best performance. Always try. I'm striving for my best performance every single time, but sometimes the edit doesn't come out right. Like, it's not even my fault why it doesn't look good. So, I think the truth behind all of it is that I'm a hard worker and I want to be here and I love what I do.
I mean, at the end, it's all about being honest. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah,
The more
totally.
honest you are, eventually the better version will come at some point. You know, and the harder you
Totally.
try, the less it's gonna happen. You know, you need to kind of
That's
let
precisely
what
it.
I mean. Let
Exactly.
yourself go, have
Totally.
fun, be honest, and eventually that's gonna happen. You know, I mean, and I do think that it happens like all the time. Whenever you really try to force something or to you know give your best in the kind of wrong way, it lands terribly. And whenever you just kind of let yourself go, have fun, enjoy, learn, turns out to be an amazing experience. You know,
Totally.
so.
Exactly. I had a really big audition recently. I can't reveal what it was for, but actual like different like a TV thing. And I was doing the self-tape for it. And I got two takes that I could submit. One was the actual like lines on the page. And then they wanted me to submit a second take where I improved the conversation. And my improv takes were, I mean, what do you think? They were so much better than the actual scripted that I was trying so hard to get right. I was trying to get the script right, I was trying to get the feeling right. And the improv takes where I could just let it all go and find it along the way. Oh my gosh. And it's just like, that's like, I do better when I go into an audition. I prepare and I work so hard on an audition and I'm like, I'm ready, I've got this. I get in the room and I am a nervous wreck when I have everything prepared. And then they'll give me a piece of paper and they're like, "Can you just cold read this?" And I'll knock it out of the park because your training is there. You are a good actor. So when you just rely on you being you and you showing up and not over preparing, not overworking things, you'll find that's when you do your best work is when you are just ready and willing to be you and work as an artist instead of putting all of this mental prep and anxiety around something. It just
Mhm.
makes everything worse, and that's true in life, right?
Yeah, don't get yourself too much serious to it. You know, just have fun, enjoy the
Exactly. It's
experience. You know,
not that
it's
deep.
the fact you're doing
Yeah,
it. I think that should be like more interest, more a reason to be like, I'm actually doing this. This is exciting, and just have fun, enjoy the conversation, the time, the learning, like all of it. You know, because it happens in life. You know, not necessarily in ours. Like if you really are super serious on something, turns out to be bad. And I think that's the lesson to just let yourself go a little bit. You know, have fun.
totally.
So
Exactly. Have fun. Jeez. Yeah. Like, God forbid we have a little bit of fun.
yeah.
Totally.
Absolutely. Now, what motivates you? You know, we all have those days that we just want to quit. So, how you stay positive on one of those days?
This is really hard. Oh, it's so difficult to feel motivated. Motivated to do anything, motivated to go to the gym, motivated to get out of bed, motivated to this, to that. And I think what keeps me like if I get to the core of it, what keeps me truly motivated are the people that got me here. My family. my partner, my mentors that put so much into me and really wanting me to succeed. And it's like now I have all of them on my back. Like I'm taking them to the top with me. So I've got to I'm bringing people with me up the ladder. And so that's what gets me motivated to take the next step is the people that want to see me succeed and are truly rooting for me. And I live to see them proud of me. Like I just, I think that that puts more joy in my heart than anything is feeling their pride and people have passed and that's what's really hard too is I've lost people along the way like they've passed away. My mentor has passed away, the person who taught me how to sing. She passed away from cancer. She's way too young. And my grandma who encouraged me to be an actor truly like that was all she wanted for me and to do soap operas, which is exactly where I'm finding myself now. They've since passed away and they haven't seen this journey that I've taken in the physical realm. They haven't seen it here. And I have to believe every day that they're watching me and that I just want to make them proud. I really hope that they are proud of me. But it's like we got to get there. We got to get there before other people go. I want people to be able to live and see the success with me. And so it's huge.
There you go. And you know what? My last question here, so we can all enjoy and relax. So, what do you think that could be the best title for this episode?
The best title for this episode? Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't even know. Maybe I feel like I've been saying curiosity versus judgment. I feel like I've said that probably like 10 times.
That could be the title, sure.
That could be a cute title. Curiosity versus judgment. Having a little fun, being honest, approaching things where you are. I love all those titles. So I don't know. You get to pick.
Sounds like a plan. I'll get to pick and you will see the final result after that. So pretty cool.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Pretty cool.
Great. Perfect.
And at the end, what can I say? It's amazing what you do. I love the fact you're making this happen. I mean, you're not also showing us cool characters, cool stories. You're showing us, you're showing us that dreams can come true. I do think that is even like more powerful and more positive because you're showing something positive in this messed up world we currently are facing right now. The fact that we can rely on you, who is just doing it because you love it, and as simple as it may sound, do it will make you happy and all of that. We all know that it's a pain in the butt. We all know it's challenging. It's sometimes can be a very lonely place, but you are fighting through it and you're showing results. You're doing it. So that's amazing. And now I discover why you're badass. So
thank you. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. It means the world to me, and having conversations like this, getting to connect with you and with other people that appreciate my work is, I never actually visualized this happening for myself. So it's really amazing. So thank you. Thank you for being here and for asking me questions today. I really appreciated our conversation.
There you go. I do want to thank also those who stayed the whole episode. Let us know what you think in the comments below. But by this point, come on. We all know why Brooke is super badass. I think since question 1, we were like, I know already. So let's share some love. Let's make her viral. #Team Brooke. And again, thank you for making this happen. Keep shining out there. Keep rocking. Keep kicking ass. Keep doing what you do. And I'll be seeing you in the next one.
Bye.
All right.